Let's begin.
Mort. Hey, Mort. 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 Hey, Mort. Go, Mort.
This little hunt happened the week before Christmas. I brought my buddy Steve out with me because we wanted to find some good times. Steve is a great guy. He's looking for stuff, the same stuff he's always looking for. Stuff for other people.
You guys still looking for trains?
Always.
Because he's more selfless than I am.
Sometimes you forget to turn on the camera, and
Sometimes Steve does.
We're both there Christmas shopping for our families, and I'm also game hunting.
grabbed a couple of Game Boy Advance chargers and a PS2 power cable. $2 and $3 each. Always got to get that stuff when you see
I'm
it.
gonna roll my sleeves up too. It's one of those kinds of videos.
You know me too well. All right.
First find of the morning is these 3 DS consoles.
How much do you want for all of it?
I said the best I can do is 100 on these.
So $100 for the 3. Thank you so much.
They're broken. This one does, though, have Animal Crossing in it. DS stuff gets, salvaged for parts pretty easily. Screen is just destroyed. I understand these are fairly easy to repair if you kind of know what you're doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. This one, I should have just opened it and looked more carefully at it. It looks like someone's pen spilled out on it. Oh, it's actually working now. Hold on. I'm going to revise that. This one actually works. A lot of times people watch these videos and they're like, you should have offered more. When I get this stuff, it doesn't always work. You're always taking the risk. And at a swap meet, there's no return policy. Some vendors who I've become friends with will say, hey, if it doesn't work, just bring it back. Don't worry about it. It's the acceptable risk of game hunting. Someone can guarantee me that it works, and it's still not a guarantee. That's part of the whole fun of all this. I get to engage in a different part of my brain than the rest of the week. The haggling and the bargain finding and the deal hunting. That's why I tend to spend about 50% the value or less when it comes to these items. The other thing I want to say is I don't feel ripped off. I don't feel like it was malicious. I'm still happy with it. I'm still going back to the swap meet. I've gotten way more pluses than I have minuses. Okay, so I just grabbed this little Mario set and this Mario puzzle and these LOL dolls for my kids for Christmas.
And I filmed it properly.
If you're going Christmas shopping next year, don't leave out the swap meet. It's a good place.
Gosh, everyone look at this hat. Wow. Looking good. Bro, where's your hat?
I can't. I'm big hair.
That's where you got that hat? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Michael and his family are not set up yet, but I will be back when they are.
How much for this?
Steve collects these little house things.
Huge store. Department. Yeah, Department 56 houses.
Uh-huh.
Oh, could keep going. But I mean, I'll never sell it. Like, I've been looking for these old ones for a long time, and you never, ever see them.
Yeah, found this for $1. Yep, this controller is the Hori pad for the Pokken Tournament game. And the Pokken Tournament game takes from the Tekken playbook, hence Pokken, Tekken. That game has so many mechanics to it and so many interesting things to it that I enjoyed playing it when I would play it on the Wii U, but I never felt like I really knew what I was doing. I'm glad that they made this controller, and Hori is just a brand that I trust. Here's the point.
How much is this?
$1.
No, you have a point.
How much?
It's always great to find some DVDs to flip when you're at the swap meet, and this is a great one to flip for a little extra Christmas cash. One movie that I didn't think that I would get was this 4K transfer of Ghost in the Shell. I've actually never seen it before. I'm assuming that this 4K transfer is at least good. I'm just excited to watch this movie, and I think this is the most optimal way to watch it. When I mentioned this to Steve and a few others, they're like, I can't believe you haven't seen Ghost in the Shell. It's just so good. Anime is not something I've ever really spent much time with, and I think that I need to give it a little bit more of a fair chance. I would like to watch maybe Cowboy Bebop. I've heard the animated series is something great. Grab this for $10 and Ghost in the Shell in 4K for $3. Cool. Always so good to see my buddy Daniel.
What's up? What's up? Good morning.
Good morning. What's up with those Where the Wild Things Are figures?
Where the Wild Things Are is really interesting to me. As a children's book, it's beloved by many. From that reputation, I went and saw the film in theaters. Spike Jonze was directing it. Karen O from Yeah Yeah Yeahs is doing the soundtrack. Those two things alone was like, I've got to see what they're going to do, but I just didn't connect with the film. However, these figures, I can't really ignore them.
How much you want for all of these?
I'll go 150 for you.
For all of them?
For all of them. Just because it's you.
$150.
Deal.
You've been so kind to me.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, thank you so much.
I definitely don't normally do figures, but those look so unique and so interesting, so I gotta get more cash and grab those.
Daniel is one of these guys who will get storage lockers every week, and he just wants to unload it that same week. He's not interested in sitting on this stuff for a very long time. He hooks me up every time I go. He's giving me free games, free magazines. Just really appreciate the kindness as always. So we're walking back, and I'm setting up this cool little overhead shot with my tripod. All of a sudden, I look over to my left, and there's a bunch of Super Nintendo games out. I gotta go see what these are. I start digging around through them. I see Super Mario Kart, Donkey Kong. As I'm digging through and looking at this stuff, I overhear the vendor and my buddy Ryan trying to work out a price, and that price was a little more than Ryan wanted to spend, a little closer to eBay. So I just kind of figured, it's a lost cause. I'm just gonna leave this stuff here. But I'm not gonna give up hope yet. I'm still thinking there might be a deal to be had in this lot of stuff. I found The Nightmare Before Christmas on the original Xbox in this special edition Warble Broken case. This is a Capcom game. It's essentially a copy-paste of Devil May Cry, except you're Jack Skellington instead of Devil May Cry guy. The thing about this game is that every time he swings his whip and does his attack move, he says the name of the attack. I went to edit the gameplay footage of this so you could hear the attack, but it's playing Nightmare Before Christmas music in it, which would have been copyright struck. So go look up the gameplay footage and see it for yourself. See how long you can make it through him saying Soul Robber. Good luck. I want to love this game. It's just so hard to love. What do you think of The Nightmare Before Christmas? If he would just close his mouth like 70% more of the time when he's in the middle of fighting, this could easily be a classic. I'm finding way more stuff than I thought I would, and also it's interesting stuff. It's not like the normal stuff. So we got to get back to Daniel's booth. We walk over, I give him the cash. He gives me a whole tub of all of these figures. I'm not carrying this around, and also the toys and stuff that I've gotten for my kids for Christmas. I got to load it all up into the car.
We need to go back to the car because this is way too much stuff, but yeah, good morning. Right. I almost didn't come too. What's wrong with me? It's time for the glasses. I don't know if I ever told you, I like my glasses. It's the power of a tripod. I can get this angle on you right now. Dang! Look at that. It's like you're in an independent film from the 90s. How much? $10. Okay. PlayStation controllers always break for me. Steve, will it work?
Hope so.
Yeah, you got the beanie and I got the white glasses. I feel like the power of that fashion is gonna make this work. I'm feeling good about it. Yeah.
The PlayStation Vita is a really wonderful console. I think it's like the Switch 1.0 because of the way that it's got the dual analog sticks, the beautiful OLED screen, and graphically it really looks great. It looks like an almost PS3 level graphics quality of game. They made a ton of physical games for this console. If you want to learn more about the PlayStation Vita, check the link in the description below. I did a whole 25-minute overview of the console and some collector's notes about it. Outside of a few games like Hot Shots Golf, the Lego Kaima Chima whatever games, Freedom Wars, outside of those games and maybe a handful of others, I rarely, if ever, see PlayStation Vita games anymore. This one is one that I don't see a lot, and it's Akiba's Beat. I think they went for more of like a Persona JRPG vibe. This game didn't do much for me as a JRPG, but Dan and Elisa, what did you think?
It's okay.
I mean, they're the experts on JRPGs.
Let's skip it.
This vendor had it at $20.
15?
70.
I'll do 17. Thank you.
If you're out there collecting for PS Vita, good luck.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
I just gave you some Pokemon games.
Show them the game you got.
That's not what you paid for them, but you got a good deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
We appreciate it.
Always.
We got one last stop.
At Michael's booth. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. No manual.
But finding this game anymore in any condition Next to impossible. He only wants 60 bucks. I mean, come on.
I don't think I've seen that game in looking for games in years.
I just brought it last week too.
Wow, I'm surprised no one snagged it.
Yeah, trust me. A lot of people have been seeing the PS2 games lately. So.
I don't know what's the best way to play this game, if it's the Dreamcast or if it's the PlayStation 2, or I have the Xbox 360 version downloaded that when they did a digital release of this. This game just keeps skyrocketing in price, and how could it not? This game came out in 2002. Iron Man comes out however many years later, and then all of a sudden kicks off this whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Marvel becomes something totally different now than what it was back then. Marvel used to be this sort of like, I don't get it, whatever, it's comic book stuff, I guess, to all of a sudden being this huge mainstream property that's really cool.
All right, 60 bucks. You're giving me a killer deal.
Expert opinion, what do you think?
Great.
Expert opinion, what do you think?
Great.
Yep. Great fighting game, a classic game. How do you mess with this formula? You don't. But the game I was actually more interested in getting was this one.
Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness.
You cut me off mid-funk.
Because I've heard it's awful. I've heard that this is one of not only the worst Tomb Raider games, but one of the worst PlayStation 2 games. I think terrible games have a certain charm to them in the same way that terrible movies do. What would you rather go see? A mediocre, average, put together movie that's pretty good, but, isn't all that great either? Or one that's just laughably bad?
How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
At this time, the new Tomb Raider movie's coming out. Lara Croft is this character that they're not really sure they know what to do with. The back of the game says 5 out of 5 stars from Maxim magazine. It just gives you an idea of just how lost this property was. I think when the original Tomb Raider was made, I don't think anyone could have anticipated that Lara Croft would become Lara Croft. Thankfully, the last few Tomb Raider games have been outstanding. If you compare it to Uncharted, Uncharted tells the better story, but Tomb Raider is just a lot more fun to play. The stealth mechanics, the fighting mechanics, the exploration, all of it, I just think it comes together a lot better. I love the Uncharted series. The Uncharted story is really good, but I would play those games because I wanted to know what happens next in the story. Whereas with Tomb Raider, I just enjoyed exploring the world that they created. So how bad is this game? I'm excited to find out.
Happy?
Hold on. Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
As I reflect on the past year and I reflect on the kindness that you all have shown me being here on YouTube and making these videos, I really appreciate it. And as we sit here on the top of these stairs and just kind of look out and just enjoy, we get interrupted by a soccer game.
Somebody scored.
I hope wherever you're at in your life that you're having a good time, and I appreciate you spending your time watching these videos, hanging out at the garage and at the swap meet and wherever else this channel may be. You have yourself a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you soon. You're so cool, and with my star we're gonna rule. understand. I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 I love you. Oh, peaches, 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 I love you. Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong too. 1,000 troops of Koopas couldn't keep me from you. Princess Peach at the end of the line. I'll make you mine. Peaches, 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 I love you. Oh, peaches, 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 I love you. Peaches, peaches, talking about them peaches, walking on the beaches. Peaches, peaches, gonna drink a daiquiri made of peaches. Oh, skip it, pop, deep,
Dad? What's up, bro? Are you singing again?
I was swept up with love and affection for your mother.
It's lovely. A little pitchy. Can we play some games now?
Yes, that's okay.